In this video, you will get to know service requests. The service request module is designed for local government employees and contractors to take actions on requests, alerts, and hazards, as well as IoT device alerts. There are three use cases related to creating a service request. A service request for a RA, a service request for a device alert, and a service request for a phone call, email, or walk-in to City Hall. We're going to start with the first use case from a RA. As a new RA comes in, it's going to land on the level 2 dashboard, as you can see on the screen. And we're going to look at, let's say, the vehicle alert that came in. On level 3, you're going to click on the More Details button. And then to create the service request, you click the button. Now at this point, you can assign somebody from your team. You can update the priority, and you can change the service type. You can add comments. You can upload images if the user did not. And you can even reassign it to another municipality if you're not the appropriate group to handle this. The other thing you can do is you can move the pin. So if actually this abandoned vehicle is not here, but it's right here, you move the pin, select OK, and now you've created a service request for an abandoned vehicle. You go into the service request dashboard. We put that as a priority 4. You should be able to open that same service request you just created. As you can see, we moved that over here to be on near Woodward Avenue. To follow the service request through, we're going to edit it. So now I'm coming back in as the person that's been assigned, MFan. And once this opens, I'm going to review the information that's up here. I'm going to review the comments, look at the pictures. I'm going to assign a date when I think we're going to get this started, which is, let's say, the 26th of April. We were going to finish it today. And we are going to move this to work in progress. Status is what updates things on the dashboard. So what we're going to do now when we go back to the level 2 dashboard for service requests is it moved from this quadrant for open priority 4 now to in progress. So I'm going to go back in now that I've solved the problem. We're back in the list. I'm going to edit the service request again. And I'm going to put in the resolution. We towed the car. If we had a picture, we could upload the picture. If we have any other additional comments, we add them here. And then we request closure. Now the closure needs to be completed by a supervisor. So in this case, I'm going to pretend I'm now the supervisor, which I have admin privileges for. And I'm going to go in and edit the service request. And if everything looks good, I'm going to approve it. It'll auto-populate the closure date. And that service request has been closed out. That will now show up in this priority 4 closed in the past 48 hours list. And the list will now show closed. That same process that I just followed for a RA is nearly identical for a device. I'm not going to walk through that now, but if you have any questions, you can contact tech support. The other alternative way of submitting a service request is if you're going to get a call in to City Hall or an email or somebody walks in, from the home screen, you can just click Create Service Request. The process is the same. The only difference is you're going to be selecting the type of hazard. You're going to be selecting the subtype. So in this case, let's change it to animals. And it's an escaped animal. You can assign it, do the priority, and then you can go down to the map and you can pick where that hazard is. As you can see, no matter if the service request is created from a RA or a device or a phone call or walk-in, It's all the same process. There might be a few different fields that need and questions that need to be answered slightly differently, but for all intents and purposes, it's the same process. And thanks again for watching this video, ACADA, where smart meets simple.